Hello, we are here in Bloomington, Minnesota, and with a World War II veteran. And what is your name, sir?
Lester Schrenk,
And what branch of the service were you in?
uh, 8th Air Force,
And at that time, that was part of the Army, right? Army
part
Air
of the
Force?
Army Air Force,
Yeah.
correct.
And so I understand your plane. Were you a ball turret gunner? Is
I
that
was a
right?
ball turret gunner, right.
In what type of plane?
B-17, it's actually a B-17G. G model has the nose turret, where the models before that did not.
Ah, and so you were shot down, and then you were in POW camps. You were
I
in
was shot down on February 22nd, 1944. The Germans were waiting for us because our plane had been on fire and it was 20 minutes to the nearest land. So naturally, the German pilot radioed them that we would be hitting landfall at exactly the time to be right there to capture us. And believe me, they were there.
They were there waiting for you. You
Yes, they were.
You ended up in two different POW camps, and then the Heidekrieg Run.
I was Stalag Luft 6 until the Russian army threatened to overrun our camp. I was then on the Heidekrieg Run for another 6 months until again the Russians were going to overrun our camp, and then I was on the German death march for 86 days.
My goodness. And then, and finally, you were liberated by the Allies.
I was liberated by the English. I had weighed 185 pounds when I was captured. I weighed 93 when I was liberated.
Oh my goodness. And I understand many years later, you found the pilot that shot down your plane. And what was his name?
Hans Hermann Mueller.
And you looked for him yourself?
Well, we had been to Denmark to visit the crash site and met some real nice Danish people there. And I had mentioned that I would like to have talked to the pilot, but I was unable to. And then this nice Danish guy volunteered to find him for me, and it took him 4.5 years to do it.
And then you eventually met him in person, is that right?
That is correct. In 2008, he invited us to come visit him, which we did.
My goodness. Did your wife Bernice go with you too?
Yes, she did.
And so you met
We met
him?
and not only that, but the whole trip was paid for by Danish television.
That's wonderful. That's right. And they made a documentary, didn't
They
they?
made a documentary out of it.
Right.
They actually made two documentaries. They made the documentary first about us visiting the crash site, and then another one about visiting the German pilot. Then they decided to join the two of them and make one documentary out of the two of them.
And why did you want to find him? Why did you feel like finding him after all those years?
He was a very unusual Luftwaffe pilot. Normally, if you bailed out, they would shot you in the parachute as you were descending. Not only that, but he had our plane disabled over what is known as the Skagerrak. And if he would have just kept on shooting, our plane would have fallen helplessly into the water, and we would have been drowned. So he had two different chances to kill us, and he did not, where most German pilots wouldn't have hesitated. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, so he did some good things. Even though he was the enemy, he did some good things. And so when you saw him, what did you thank him for not shooting him down?
Most certainly thanked him for not killing me.
Yeah, right. And did you feel some kind of friendship with him in a way?
Immediate friendship.
Really?
I mean, he came out with a real nice, he actually hugged me. He was that glad to see me.
He was glad to see you.
Yes, he was.
Was he? I bet he was really surprised.
He was very surprised because I think I was the only one that ever trying to find out who shot their plane down or cared enough about who the German pilot was.
That is amazing. That's an amazing story, Lester.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much.